So welcome back, everybody, for this lovely Wednesday. And the big news came out yesterday. A lot of stuff going on. First of all, I can see a lot of people are not here today for the good thing is because they're traveling, getting ready for the on-site. So I don't know. Sometimes I always get some of you always logged into your phone on the plane or something like that. But yeah, big day today. Just don't forget, we have our soiree from our meet and greet event that's going to go from 5 to 7 at the hotel, at the Vienna Hotel. And then tomorrow we're going to be hitting it hard for the next 2 days of trading. And we got some great speakers. We've got Trade Stations going to be coming down also, and doing a little presentation for you guys, go over the platform. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on. So looking forward to it. Sitting in the airport right now, Jeff. All right, there we go. See that? Isn't technology great? Well, good to see you, Jeff. Look forward to seeing you, buddy. All right. So with that said, guys, great news that came out yesterday. I mean, honestly, I never even heard of this news before, but 7 million outstanding jobs are out there. 7 million? That's unheard of. 7 million jobs. I mean, that is just incredible. And you had a great market rally going yesterday. So I guess we know why unemployment is at the lowest ever. So I guess there's something wrong there, right? There's probably too many people that want to maybe stay on unemployment or whatever, but there's definitely a lot of jobs out there. So I guess market looks great, and earnings came out great. You saw what happened yesterday with Netflix, blew them out of the water. So there we go. Anyway, once again, just want to thank Andrea for those lovely cookies. So whoever's coming here on site, he made a nice little box for you guys, so you get to see what we keep bragging about. The office thanks you, Andrea, and I thank you. My wife thanks you, my family, because they made me a nice little box right there, too. I just can't wait till next time I come up in Toronto and check out those bakeries. You got to teach me how to make those cookies. Phenomenal. Oh, by the way, and by the way, Andrea, your cookies, unbelievable. The gluten-free ones, I'm not a gluten guy, but if you didn't tell me they were, those chocolate cookies are just out of this world. Incredible. All right. So let's get right into it. Fausto, send that some pasta. Well, I got the sauce. I got the tomato sauce that I made. So you guys can have a little bit of that. If you came here on site, I'll give you a jar. All right. So let's get right into it and talk about what's going on in the market. Obviously, I just told you with the good earnings announcements that came out, and also with the good job reports. There's no better time to be in the market than now. Everyone's flipping out when we saw this little correction. I told you, there's always a correction. There's always profit taking. A lot of that correction also kicks in due to program trading. But until we get bad consistency of reports of slow economic growth and all that other stuff, that then you have to look at it. People who are complaining about the Fed raising rates. Let me explain something to you about. I mentioned this earlier about raising rates. Raising rates is actually a pretty good thing, because you got to remember, God forbid there's ever an issue, right? And the Fed has to step in. See, everyone's been enjoying their free lunches lately, and that's what's been happening. They've been borrowing money for free. I mean, literally, mortgages were for free. I think the biggest issue people are going to have is a lot of people are not going to sell their homes because they didn't want to get another mortgage because they had such a great deal. But at the end of the day, a lot of companies were getting free money. They built their companies. They're making a lot of money, and it's time to pay back. So they're raising interest rates. And let me tell you, it's not a bad thing, because it's the best time to raise interest rates is when you have a great economy, because number one, you got to slow down growth, number one. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but what happens if there's ever a catastrophe? What happens if there's a war or whatever it may be? At least the government could say, you know what, we got to give away free money, so they could lower the interest rate. If something ever happened, they can't do anything anymore. So it's, exactly, Ken, you hit the nail on the red head. It's checks and balances. So don't take it in a bad way. They're not raising rates in a bad market. They're raising rates in a good market, which is good. So look at it as a good thing. There's always the flip side of that. But anyway, if they're raising rates and market's doing great, that's the way you have to look at it. Right, Denzel, it does create a buffer, and you need that buffer, and you need that cushion. Remember back in the Reagan days, you guys been around, people paying mortgages, what was it, 13%? 13% back then. You get mortgage now for it was like 4%, 3.5%. So everyone still did good back in that economy. Anyway, let's get right into the market. There's a couple of good stocks out there. First of all, I mean, I don't know where to start regarding about what moved yesterday because everything basically moved. I mean, there was some great runners. AMD, you could see. I mean, I can just go down the list. There was so many of them. But I think the biggest news, not just about the market taking off, what happened to the pot stocks, right? Today, Canada can be, all of Canada could be high today. So it's legal, all of Canada. And then all of a sudden, buy on rumors, sell on news, right? So what ended up happening? Rumors out. News finally kicked in. And it looks like all those stocks took a big hit. And that's why I threw them in there. The TLRY, look at all of them. They're basically getting a little bit of a correction right there. You see it all taking the hits. TLRY, CRON, you know, you can go down the list. Look at that. They all took off. Buy on rumors, sell on news. So look like we're selling on that news on there. But that looks like what's happening right there. So that's why I kind of put that in there. Let me see if I can lower the volume for you. Hopefully that does a little bit better. All right. Now, a couple of the stocks I do want to keep an eye on. OGEN. Oop, typed in the wrong window. OGEN right there. That one has a little bit of a pop-up right there. You could see it gapped up. Some of you remember we traded this back in October. It went from 50 cents to about $4. That one moved pretty nicely, so we can keep an eye on that one. That one, the pre-market just, I don't know, it had a little bit of a pop-up. It's kind of holding right there. That one's not terrible, but we'll keep an eye on it. VTVT is another one that I found this morning. Had a great, I guess it was earnings, because you see how it made a nice little move up there right there. But it went from like 230 all the way up to about 460. We remember it back here. We traded over here when the stock went from, in October, went from $1 all the way to $6. So we know what a stock does move. So for all of you here, go back to your journals and check out the stock and see how you traded it. But if you remember, if it was too volatile, whatever, or remember we taught you in class how to take very good notes, because I always tell you, you're always going to come back to trading the stock. Somewhere down the road, something's going to happen. So you want to know what happened in that stock. So you know, should you jump into it? Maybe you traded too many shares of it and you got burned, but you could have made money if you didn't. There was a lot of Fausto flags, whatever it is. But keep an eye on that VTVT. You know, go back to your journals that you were trained what to do and how to take those good notes. Oops, typed it in the wrong window again. FMS. Rushed. Look at that thing right there. You want to be a good day trader, a good swing trader and investor, you better damn know how to day trade, because you saw that coming. Stock 39 wasn't going anywhere. Boom, thing is getting crushed down now, 17%. Not even, and honestly, being down that much, didn't even trade that much volume. 70,000 shares. I'm quite shocked. Anyway, it is a medical stock. We all know medical stocks do not come back. So be very careful with those, all right? So let's see how that stock works out. Maybe we'll get a dead cat bounce. I probably don't know if probably would move, but we'll keep an eye on that one too, on the short side. SLCA, another one, maybe on a nice little short too. $34 stock down to 17, just keeps gapping down, trending down. That one also looks a lot lower, you know, from what it looks like. So not the greatest pre-market. There were a couple of them. But I think we got a pretty decent list out there. And once again, if we keep if there's a rally going on again, the only way to trade those rallies, guys, is, you know, you got to know what ETFs to trade the brand names, and just, you know, follow what's happening with the market, and then you could just ride the wave. But if nothing going on, we'll go out there and we'll just stick what we have in our big percentage gainers and losers. Anything I'm missing I did not call out? Anybody found anything else that you want me to check out that's moving this morning? Benito says Val, V-A-L-E, is moving nicely. You know, it's got some decent volume. It is trending up in pre-market. You know, it's a little bit all over the place. We could, you know, we'll maybe, let me change it to a 1-minute chart. Yeah, it's gapping up a little bit right now. Maybe that's not bad. I know we traded it back here. Went from 12 to 15, but not the biggest of winners. I know there's some nasty shakes in this one, if I remember correctly. All right, so with that, guys, I'm going to get ready for class. Remember, soiree today for all you Yvonne's going to be here. Please fly safe, everyone. I know some of you are logged in right now from your airport, so I'll see you. We'll see you at 5 o'clock for the soiree here at Cybertrade University at the hotel. And then don't forget to have everything set up. By the way, the room will be open for you. So if you guys want to get your computer set up, get your layout, we are going to have staff there to assist you if you guys need a hand. And, you know, I know some of you also, you know, you should have your own laptop, but if you're not, I know some of you did need one. We'll have one there for you. And then for the ones that are not going to be here, listen, we do once a year, the phase 4 class, the summit that we do here at Cybertrade University. So hopefully, you know, like I said, if you can't make it and you still want to attend, I know we're going to be doing a broadcast on a webinar, on a webcast, so you can still be part of it if you want to. So just talk to Education Vibes. I'll tell you a little bit about it. In the meantime, see you guys. Drive safe. Everybody else, let's try to make some money going to this morning. And we'll be doing our next audio broadcast at Trade the Afternoon at 2:30. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.